Everyone, welcome to Power Digital Recharge. I'm Ryan Larkin here at Power Digital. Today we have our first repeat guest, Austin Randall, who is the head of paid media here at PDM.
That's right. Glad to be back, Ryan.
Thanks for coming back. I'm glad we didn't scare you off the first time. So last week I had Antonio in here, our head of SEO. He talked to us about some trends and some things to look forward to in 2017 from an organic perspective. So I wanted to hopefully one-up him and get some great 2017 insights from the paid side of things. So PPC, Google, Bing, the whole rest of it. So with that, Austin, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so I want to take you through three major trends that we're seeing in 2017 for paid search. I'm going to take you through a brief overview of it, and please do check out the full article for more details. So the first trend that we're seeing and that we have seen in 2016 is persona targeting. So keywords have always been at the core of paid search as far as targeting goes, but now we're getting into the ability to be able to target not just what's being searched, but also who is searching for it. So there's a few key components on this. Demographics for search ads is one. This was a beta in 2016 and more recently released to the general public. It's the ability to bid differently on various age ranges and genders, or exclude them completely. So that's definitely a huge step in this direction. Household income targeting has been one that's been around for a while, but it kind of flies under the radar. Just the ability to target different income levels. And then we always have the device bidding, honing in on who's searching for you and from what devices.
Totally, yeah. And on the topic of household income, that's definitely a location setting. I think it's important to also not forget that locations in and of themselves, people in the Bay Area versus people in San Diego even, might have a different way of interacting with ads, and definitely people in California versus Texas or New York or something like that. So, I think when we talk about household income targeting, let's also not forget the various other bidding modifications that help paint an audience-centric picture of kind of the whole pie there, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and you hit it right on the dot. Location targeting is a very core principle of targeting in AdWords, for sure. So I just think in general in 2017, just keep an eye out for more display-oriented targeting features to be rolled out to search.
Right. Cool. So that's awesome. I think audience. That was a big push by Google this year for search. They are getting more audience focused. So developing personas and trying to hone in on that specific demographic that speaks to your brand or your product. That's going to be critical going forward in 2017. So that's awesome insight there. Austin, another thing that you've really been harping on lately is funnels within AdWords, and that historically AdWords has been a very direct response focused channel, but with increased competition, the availability of new channels, Google rolling out new products month in and month out, we're starting to see a lot of success with these funnels, and I'd love for you to touch on that.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been pretty big on funnelized campaign structures at Power Digital this past year, and the idea of it is that you have your typical marketing funnel that involves all types of digital channels, but what we're realizing is that you can actually create pretty effective funnels in AdWords itself. So take display prospecting, for example. Content keywords, a fairly new feature, the ability to target display ads to people who have searched for certain keywords relevant to your business, is a fairly new feature, and that's top of the funnel. And then you get down a little bit further to typical search campaigns, kind of mid-funnel. And then you go all the way down to retargeting and retargeting lists for search ads to be able to really seal the deal. So with every other channel available to us in the digital realm, those all help in the big picture, but for AdWords in particular, that's a great funnel.
Totally, and that's awesome. Very much looking forward to that in 2017. And then the last touch point I really wanted to talk about is video in 2017. We all know that's definitely becoming more and more important to just about every brand out there. having that digital representation and content in a video format is huge. YouTube is also something that's near and dear to my heart, something I specialize in, and I believe that you have some predictions for 2017 in that vein.
Yeah, absolutely, and I know that video is really your specialty, and a lot of the trends that I've been seeing have been bouncing off of you, and it seems like you definitely agree with them. So we have Facebook Live, YouTube brand lift, product overlays and video ads, all initiatives that have become really popular and solidified in 2016. And so like that just paints the picture for what's to come as far as search. YouTube in particular has kind of weak keyword targeting abilities on the paid side of things. So naturally what's next is video ads on search. And Bing has actually alluded to a beta release later this year for video ads for search. And I think that that obviously is an indicator that Google is not far to follow.
That's awesome. Yeah, that would be great. Being able to target exact match types within YouTube's search network would be pretty huge, because you currently can't do that.
Well, keep an eye out for it. It's on the way.
Right on. Well, Austin, thanks so much for joining us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Thanks for being the first repeat customer.
That's right. I'll be back again.
Awesome. And if you have any other questions, please email us. We're at contact@powerdigitalmarketing.com. Thanks, everyone.